Hey guys, so just finished watching that video by Marcus Buckingham. It was a really good video. There's a lot to be learned from this guy. Um, so two quotes that stuck out to me were the first one: "A great manager turns one person's talents into performance," and the other one: "The job of a leader is to rally people to a better future." And so the first one, "A great manager turns one person's talents into performance." I think the key here is kind of like awareness and being able to make one aware of their strengths or their talents. And then once they're aware of that, then they can bring that into performance. And I think, for one to understand or acknowledge their strengths or talents, like it's not really a given anymore. Like some people are like oblivious to what they're good at. Um, and so one of the things that I have done and I've kind of felt was pretty successful in my PE classes, um, is I'll have everybody line up right when they get to my class. They'll line up on the line, and then we'll just go in number order. So if it's like the beginning, we'll just start with 1 and 2. We'll do two a day. We'll do like 1 and 2, and so like let's say like there's a kid named Isaac and then Caitlin. If I'm focusing on Isaac first, then I'll say something like, all right, guys, we're going to talk about Isaac's strengths or what he does well, what he's good at, or his strengths. Um, and so I'll get some volunteers, and some kids will say some good things. I mean, these are only elementary, so it's like K through sixth grade. Sixth graders, fourth, fifth, and sixth grade does really well. Um, and some people will say some really good things. But then others are just like, he's a good friend or he's funny. And that's okay, but, I'm trying to get a little deeper, like, for them to acknowledge, like, hey, Isaac's really good at basketball, or he's really good at this in basketball, like he's good at stealing, he's good at shooting, or Caitlin is a good runner, because that encourages them, because there's just a lot of negativity, and it's easy for the kids to see what other people do wrong. So this is like, I guess it's like a strengths activity that we've kind of called it at my school that I started doing, and it's really been encouraging for the kids, because like it's almost like the whole class is saying what this one person does well, and then after they speak, then I'll say, okay, I have a strength for Isaac and Caitlin, and I really try to make it unique. So I'll be like, Isaac, and then I'll look him in the eye, and I'll kind of talk for a while, and I'll be like, Isaac, you do this really well, and I really, really try to make it intentional and personal, and it's been encouraging for them, because it kind of shows that like I care, as their teacher, or like I guess in a sense like I'm their leader, so it encourages them. And then for Caitlin, like this is a great example. She's in fourth grade, and Caitlin kind of struggles with insecurity and just a rough upbringing. So there's times when like she kind of feels like she's being bullied, and she's not. She'll just start crying or something. She struggles a bit, but she's a fantastic runner, And this last week we were doing a lot of running. I literally had the class run for the whole period, which was 30 minutes. So we stretched, and then they ran for about 25 minutes. And Caitlin ran the second most laps in that class, in that fourth grade class. The first kid ran like 25 laps, and then Caitlin, I think she ran 20, and that was fantastic. And I pulled her aside, and I was like, Caitlin, in front of the whole class, I pulled her aside, and I was like, Caitlin, I hope you see how great you really are in your potential. Like, you have a gift. God's given you a gift. You are valued. You are important here at Eastside, and I just hope that by how good you did today, like you realize that, and you see the potential, and you see the giftings that God has given you, and use that. And the whole class started clapping for her, and so it was fantastic. It was really, really a good experience. So I found like that strengths activity, or just encouraging these students, or empowering them to know that they are really important. They're not just a number here at my school, but they really are valued, and they're appreciated. So